The students of Standard 7 are cordially invited to an explanation in English of Lesson 1.5 Seeing Eyes, Helping Hands. Venue YouTube. Time any convenient time. Conducted by JK Academy. This lesson is about the four different types of invitation. In this part, we are going to learn the two types of oral invitation. For a complete lesson, do watch part 1 and 2. This video was made just for you. Do remember to like, share and subscribe. Now let's understand the third type of invitation, which is called the oral invitation. Now what do you mean by oral? Oral means it is spoken, it is verbal invitation. Okay, you invite verbally. So here is a conversation, it's a telephonic conversation. That is, the teacher has made telephone calls to various other people. Now teachers made phone calls to some special invitees. Now what is special invitees are other special people you need to invite. Now here we will see that he has invited a newspaper editor. Like I told you earlier, you can invite the inspector in charge of your area, or maybe a divisional officer. So there are various people of various organizations, or other school principals and all that have to be invited, so that it has a publicity. That is, it public awareness is made about the program and everybody comes to know about the program. So not only the school students and their parents, but you invite even other people of repute. So at that time you need to make telephone calls. Okay, so beforehand you make a telephone call and you talk about it, about the program, and you give so there is a personal touch to it. Now here you are conversing with the person and telling them, so the person also could have some questions about it, and you're personally responding to the questions, and you're telling them that why it is important for them to be present. So that gives a personal touch and they really feel very nice and they would want to attend this program after they are convinced that this program is really very good. So that is what we'll see in this particular invitation. So here we see that the teachers have been making phone calls for special people, special invitees. And here is a sample of one such telephone conversation. So receptionist. Who is a receptionist? In all organizations, that is big offices, big factories, big companies, there is an official person sitting over there, an employee who takes all the calls. Okay, phone calls. So that person will take the call and then direct the call towards whoever the person is in charge, because anybody and everyone doesn't pick up the phone. Okay, so nobody will know because everybody else is busy with their own work, isn't it? They can't just pick up the phone, talk, and then give it to somebody else. So that is a lot of waste of time and energy. So here a person, a receptionist, is appointed, and the receptionist knows who is in charge of which department, who is sitting where, and the receptionist will direct that call there, transfer the call there. Okay, so here when the teacher called, the receptionist picked up the call and she said, hello, Gurgaon Times. Sorry, Girgaon Times. So here the teacher is saying hello. The receptionist is saying hello, Girgaon Times. And when we come to know Girgaon Times, that means it is a newspaper. It's an office of the newspaper. So now teacher is saying good morning. So she wishes good morning. He wishes good morning and says, I am Vishwas Ajinkya from New Vision High School. So whenever you're doing a telephone conversation, you have to always wish hello or good morning and then identify yourself. It's very important to identify yourself. Okay, so you say, I am Vishwas Ajinkya, because that person doesn't know your voice. Okay, and from where? From New Vision High School. Then, could I speak to your news editor, Mr. Shashank, please? So here you're giving a polite request, okay, and you wish to speak to the news editor. So you are wishing, you are identifying yourself, as well as you're giving your name and telling your designation from where you are calling, okay, and you are requesting to speak to a person. Okay, so what does a receptionist say? Just a sec is a short form for second. So just a second. So that is what the reception says, and saying just a second, wait a minute. Okay, so you have to respond with thank you. So here the teacher is responding thank you, okay, for listening to me, and I'll wait. Now, news editor comes on the line. Okay, so that means the receptionist has transferred the call to the news editor, and now here the news editor is talking to the teacher. He says, "Hello, Mr. Ajinkya. Shashank speaking. How are you?" Okay, so here he knows whom he is talking to because it is the teacher identified. So therefore, it is very important to identify yourself at the first only. So here the receptionist knew who was talking. So maybe he transferred that information, so the news editor knows whom he's talking to. So he's saying, "Hello, Mr. Ajinkya, Shashank speaking." So he also is identifying who he is, and he maybe they know each other. So here he is asking, "How are you?" So the teacher responds with saying, "Fine," and again asks, "How are you?" So these are the polite conversation that you begin with before actually jumping into what you want to say. So directly you should not jump into what you want to say, but first you have to do polite talk. Okay, so these are called the polite conversation that you have. So editor is also saying that he is fine, that is he is in good health. Now the teacher will describe everything that the teacher had called for. So he says, "Mr. Shashank, I have a request. I am calling from New Vision High School. Our school is starting a new social work project. The inauguration is on the coming Sunday, and we are sending you the official invitation today." So here is giving all the details of why he has called. So he's saying, "I'm calling from New Vision High School, and the purpose of my calling is because the school is having a new school social work project, and it is on the coming Sunday, the inauguration. Okay, the opening ceremony. The inauguration is on the coming Sunday, this coming Sunday itself, the Sunday that is coming. Okay, so you say coming Sunday, not the next Sunday, the following Sunday. So you say coming Sunday. So, and he says, "We are going to send you an official invitation. We are going to send you official invitation." Remember, in the start, the first one that we saw, it was the official invitation. So he's saying, "We are going to send you the official invitation. But before that, I would like to tell you, I would like to personally call you. So, for the invitation. So please do come." So the new research editor says, "Oh, I see. I see means okay, okay. I understood why you are calling." Now the teacher continues and say, "Our idea is to make our students aware of their social responsibilities." So social responsibilities. What is social? Social means towards society. Now many people live in a society, isn't it? There are rich people, there are poor people, there are people who are, in need. There are people who have no money. There are people who have money and yet need help, isn't it? So these are the people that comprise of the society, and it is the duty of all members of the society. Even we belong to the society, and it is a responsibility, or it is a duty of all members of the society to help each other, because we are humans. We live in a community, and so it becomes a duty to help each other. So that is why the teacher is explaining why this project was undertaken, so that the students are made aware of their social responsibility. So it will be a big project, and we hope it will set a trend for all the schools to follow. So I think this project is no ordinary or small project. It is a very big project that we have undertaken, and we want the other schools also to follow it. So it is a trend. Trend means everybody wants to do it. Okay, not only one or two persons, everybody follows. So the teacher is saying that we want the other schools also do it, so that everybody is aware about their social responsibilities and help each other in need in society, because everyone needs help. So we should help each other, and we would like your paper to cover the function prominently. So this is the newspaper. So here you are calling the media, you're calling the newspaper. Okay, and you're telling, "Please do come and cover it." Cover it means write about it. Okay, so come and write about. So you must have learnt about report writing in your school, isn't it? So what are the happenings of the school? It is reported in the school magazine, so you must have read about it. In the same way, now this particular news about the project will go in the newspaper. So here the teacher is requesting the editor, because the editor is in charge of the newspaper. So requesting the editor that you please come and you see what all we are going to do on that day, and so you can put it in your newspaper. Okay, prominently. What is prominently? So that everyone can see it. Some articles are written, of not so importance, are written right down or at the corner of the newspaper, wherein sometimes it is missed out also. But here the teacher is requesting that you put this particular news item in a prominent place, in a proper place. So the news editor says, well, this Sunday is going to be a busy day. Now we know that he is a person of repute, isn't it? He is in charge of the newspaper, so he has got lots of work and he's busy, maybe busy on Sundays also. Okay, so he has already planned certain things. So he's saying, well, this Sunday is going to be a busy day. But as you say, the project is an important one, it should get good publicity. Okay, so here he feels that yes, I am very busy, but since this project is very, very important, so here the news editor also was convinced that this particular project that was undertaken by the New Vision High School is of repute, okay, is of importance. So it has to be made aware about it. So he's saying, yes, this project is a very important one and it should get good publicity. Publicity means public, that is, all the people should come to know about it. So good publicity means this news should spread to various sections of the public, everybody should come to know. So that is called good publicity. So then he again asks about, when did you say is the function? So maybe he did not pay attention to it, but now he wants to know it. Now he realized that this project is very important, so therefore it is always important to give even your personal invitation to people of repute, so they understand what is the importance of this inauguration, or of this project, and why they need to attend it, isn't it? So now when the teacher made everything clear, the news editor was convinced and he was surely going to come, and so the school would get awareness or publicity about it, everybody would know about it. So always remember, children, that even if you are sending an official invitation, do remember to call that person and give your personal invitation or your personal touch and explain to them why their presence is important at that particular function. Okay, then now the teacher tells the news editor that it is on this Sunday at 10 in the morning. So again giving the time and the day, and the news editor replies, fine, I've made a note of it. So he has jotted down. Okay, maybe he has a diary where he's jotting down all his appointments, because he's a busy person, isn't it? So he has got lots of other works. So whenever you also, if you also have diaries with you, school gives you all diaries, so if you jot down all the important things, your homework, your dates, important dates, immediately whenever you read it on a notice, or whenever you hear it on a public address, school public address system, so you have to note it down or jot it down so that you don't forget it. So here the editor has written it down, so he says, I have noted it down, and I will surely come. So when you write it, you remember it. Okay. So the teacher thanks it. Thank you very much. And that is how the conversation has ended in a very fruitful manner, isn't it? The teacher was able to convince the news editor to come. Maybe if the teacher wouldn't have given a personal invitation, the news editor may not have come. Okay. He'll say, oh, this is just some ordinary project that the school is undertaking. I am so busy. I've got other work to do. Let me go there. Okay. But when the teacher called, the news editor knew that it is an important project and it has to be covered. So he says, I'm going to personally come. Okay. Now let's see another oral invitation. So this is much informal. Okay, oral invitation is verbal, that is, you speak, spoken invitation. But here this is informal invitation, that is not formal. Informal is just like you have learnt about informal letters. We write it to people we know. So here is the message passed on by the students to their parents. So students passed on the message to their parents, and here is a sample. So they they read the notice, as well as maybe it was announced on the public address system of the school. So they got the message, and therefore now they are returned. When they return home, the students are informing their parents. So here is a small conversation between the student Samir and his mother. Let's see it. Mummy, you and Daddy are invited to our school on Sunday, the 9th, said Samir. So here Samir is addressing his mom and is saying that not only you but your daddy is also invited. So both the parents were invited to the school on Sunday, the 9th. But Samir doesn't tell for what. So mom has to ask him the question, what's the occasion? What's the occasion means for what? What is the function? What is the program? So now Samir tells, our school is going to run a project called Seeing Eyes Helping Hands. There's a function to inaugurate it on Sunday at 10 sharp. Students of Standard 7th are invited with their parents. So here Samir gives all the information about the project and what is the function. It is the inauguration. When is it? What time is it? Okay. But again, he has not mentioned where it is. So mom is asking him the question, where is it? So here he responds and he says, in the school assembly hall. Now mom wants to know how long is it going to be, isn't it? Samir just said 10 o'clock sharp, but he didn't answer. So how long will it be? So about an hour. About an hour means for 1 hour. Okay, so it could be little less than an hour or little more than an hour, but about an hour. And Miss Naik will be there too. She's going to inaugurate it. So here he's informing his mom that it is going to be Miss Naik. Now who is Miss Naik? She is Miss Srimati Vimla Naik. Remember, her name was put up in the formal invitation. So she is the former principal of the school. So maybe mom knows her. So he is Samir is telling that Miss Naik, our former principal, is going to be there to inaugurate it. So mom says, I see. And what's the project about? So Samir only mentioned about the name of the project. He didn't tell what the project was about. So here he has to explain it to his mom. Oh, we are all going to visit places and work for others turn by turn. They'll explain that on Sunday. So Samir doesn't know the full details. He says, Mom, you'll have to come to the function. On that day, they are going to explain everything about the project. So you have to come to know about it. So you are going to participate in it, aren't you? So mom, isn't it? So mom wants to know whether he is also going to participate or no. Okay, so mom is saying you have to. In other words, the way the tone of the words is the kind of words mom has used tells us that she's asking also a question and she's telling also him that he has to participate. So Samir responds. He says, "Yes, mommy, I am taking part." Now, mom says, let's see, daddy and I can't both go, but one of us will accompany you. So, mom says that both of us can't come, okay, but one of us will surely come. Accompany you means come with you. So, mom says that either daddy or I will surely come for the program. That would be nice because Mr. Ajinkya has specially called all the students to tell their parents about it. Okay, so who is Mr. Ajinkya? He is the teacher in charge. Remember, he's in charge of this project of Seeing Eyes and Helping Hands. So he says Mr. Ajinkya has specially told us, to give this information to the parents that they are invited. Now, did you understand, children? So if you listen to whatever is the message that your school gives, or jot down everything and try to recollect, so you can give the proper information to your parents at home. So sometimes certain things miss out from our mind. Oh, which was the day, what was the time, how was it, what was the duration? So if you jot down in your diary whatever was the message immediately, okay, so there are minute points which at that time you may think that yeah, I will remember it, but sometimes it slips out. So little things as to the day, the time, the venue, where it is, why it is, so it may slip off. So whenever you write it down in your diary or any rough book or any place where you will remember to open it up and tell your parents about it, it is always very very helpful. So this is an oral conversation that a person goes and delivers to the parents. You also do it, isn't it, children? You also give all the messages that your school tells you over the public address system or put up on the notice board. Students, please solve the exercise that is given to you at the end of the lesson. And to check your answers, you can visit our website at www.jkacademypro.com. You'll get the link in the description box below.